am your host, Shirley Polk, right here. I'm in Dallas, Texas today. I am so thankful to God because He has blessed me to come on to the World Wide Web again today and to be able to greet you and bring information to you and even to learn things myself from the topics that the Lord directs me to. Okay, so it's just a privilege and a blessing. Excuse me. I am so thankful just for another day of life and for being able to just do the things that I do. And what I do, I enjoy doing. It's just what I want to do. And it's a privilege to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. So I am going to go right into it. You can reach me at 214-943-9723, or you can email me and or okay, it's the point of view one, that's the number one, at yahoo.com. The point of view one at yahoo.com. You can also go to my website, which is shirleympolick.org. You can contact me through the website, okay? So there are plenty avenues that you can reach me through, and I would just be delighted to hear from you, okay? Now we're going right into our topic today, and the topic is how to let someone down easy, how to be gentle with the person. You know, it could be a friend, it could be maybe a significant other, or maybe someone who thinks that they're a potential significant other or whatever. But there are some ways, and the first one that I got here is from I didn't want this one, but let me go back. I didn't choose this one, so let me go back. Okay, um, I am going to go into, oh gosh. Let me go into this by Brooke Dean. It's MadameNoor.com. And I think I've written something from this site once before, so let me just go into this. It's MadameNoor.com. And we're going to talk about letting people down easy. You know, we just have to be really careful at any day and time about letting someone down easy. And it's not that you don't appreciate their desire or whatever, but sometimes some things and some people are just not good for you. So this is by, excuse me, Madam. It's at Madame Noor. It's the MadameNoire.com. This is by Brooke Dean. And if I can keep this thing from scrolling on me, we've all been in a position to have to reject someone, a friend, our co-worker is crushing on us, but we're not interested. They're still coming at us and we're running the other way. They think we're vibing. You know you're not. What to do? No one likes to be rejected. Sometimes being the rejector is just as hard, if not harder, than being the rejectee. After all, no one wants to be the bad guy, but sometimes you really have no other choice than to let someone know that you're not, or that you're just not feeling them. It's an unpleasant experience for all involved, but here are 9 things to keep in mind when letting someone down easy. 9 things to keep in mind when letting someone down easy. Okay, let's get into it. Oh my, I hope I can. Oh, let me see if I can get to that page. It tells me there are 9 things. Okay, now the next page. Let me go to the next page. All right, here we go. Number one, be polite. Just because you're not interested doesn't mean you need to be rude. Remember that. Just because you're not interested does not mean that you need to be rude. You may be thinking that this guy isn't cute enough, tall enough, or he's just plain corny. But there's no reason to say all of that. There's a difference between being honest and being and they put on here a hole, and I'm sure anybody that's lived any time on this earth and that has an understanding know what that means, okay? So I'm just reading what the blogger wrote, all right? Now, proceed with kindness even if you don't feel like it. Don't sugarcoat your feelings because that can do more harm than good. Just be aware that being honest doesn't mean you have to be hurtful. You'll be glad you were polite in the long run. So hopefully, your mama didn't raise you to be a jerk. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated. It's a cliche, but it's true. Okay? Now, we go to number two. Waiting for these pages to come up. All right. And the title of this is, and I don't use this kind of word, but people use this word. It says, the topic is Sorry Boo, I'm just not that into you. And it tells you how to let a guy down easy. So guys, you can take this as these pointers too to let a girl down easy. So it just doesn't lean one way. You might have someone you want to let down easy, but don't play with the person. Okay. Now, one thing I believe in is no matter how much it hurts, if you don't want the person from the beginning, let them know and go on about your business, okay? I would want someone to be like that with me, but don't lead me on and then hurt me down the road, okay? That is unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary. And so I'm sure you want to be treated like that, fellas, just as well as the women wanted to be treated like that. So guys and ladies, don't mistreat people by leading them on. And don't be rude. You can be kind. And I know there are situations when you tell a person no and they just don't seem to get it. And then after that, if it continues, then there are other actions that are necessary, okay? But we're going to number two here. Speaking of cliches, don't use any. Okay, so speaking of cliches, don't use any. Even though this phrase is typically used for breakups, it's not you, it's me. That's a phrase. It's not you, it's me. Okay? Even if it's true, it sounds ridiculous and no one believes that mess anyway. The person being rejected may not want to hear the real truth, but they still deserve it. Choose your words carefully. Just because you're being honest doesn't mean you can't be tactful or considerate. Something as simple as, thank you for your interest. It's flattering, but I'm not interested in that way, should be enough. There's really nothing to say after that. Okay, going to the next page. These are good and they're sensible, okay? Okay, number three. Make it about you, not them. Make it about you, not them. Okay, so I know that I just said don't use cliches, like it's me, not you, but don't make it about them either, okay? Don't say to someone, I don't like you because you smoke weed, or I'm just not attracted to you, even if those things are true. Pointing out someone's faults will only hurt them more. So, unless your goal is to hurt them, just be polite and say something like, I think we'd be better off as friends. Or, we have different interests or goals that I think would make a relationship unlikely. There's no need to add tension to an already sticky situation by pointing fingers and making the other person feel like the bottom of your shoe. That is so true. There is a way. And then I'm going to try to find out what do you do when you tell a person no and they keep on after you told them no. to the other one now. I'm trying to get to it. I hope I can get to it. Trying to scroll. It asked for permission to do something, but I said no, so uh, let's see if I can get into this other one now. I know people have their goals on their sites and things they want to do. Stick to your guns. This is very important. Stick to your guns, okay? As nice as you think you were when rejecting someone, they may not want to hear it. Here we go, okay? You'll have to prepare yourself just in case the other person gets upset, is insulted, or simply goes off on you. But don't let it get to you, okay? Just smile and take their questions, disappointment, or sometimes anger in stride. Always maintain eye contact and stick to your guns, okay? Don't let them sucker you into thinking you made a mistake in rejecting them. If they ask you why you aren't attracted to them, don't make up something like, I have a boyfriend, just to get them off your back. Please don't say, let's just be friends, if you don't mean it. Just reiterate that you're flattered, but you don't see a possible relationship. If they don't get it, then say thanks and keep moving. And maybe get a restraining order. There we go. Maybe get a restraining order because some of these people can be dangerous. Now we'll go to the next page. All right. Number 5, do it in private. Don't reject someone in front of an audience. That's just mean. Okay, it really is. If you reject someone in front of an audience, that is mean. It depends really on the circumstances also, so I'll just add that much. That's me adding that, okay? Now, as if being rejected isn't bad enough, you'll embarrass the other person and you may make yourself look like an uh, I'm not going to say that word, but derriere. Okay, that's how we say derriere. Okay. 2, okay? The only way I'd advise rejecting someone in public is if you feel they may get violent and you need witnesses. In that case, do the rejecting in the busiest area of your city at lunchtime. And see, I was saying just in case, there, something else comes up. There are other circumstances like you try to tell people and you don't know whether they'll get violent or not. So it's very good to be somewhere where someone else is, and that'll give you a chance of getting some help just in case you need some help, okay? Now we're going to number 6, I believe. Do it face to face. As hard as it is, you have to do it face to face. You should do it face to face, depending on the circumstances. That's me adding, depending on the circumstances. But I'm pretty sure as thorough as this information is, it'll probably get to that, okay? Don't be a coward. Rejecting someone is never an easy thing, but doing it via text, email, Facebook, or any other way other than face to face is just downright wrong. I'm sure it's tempting because you don't want to see the cracked, sad, or disappointed look on someone's face when you tell them you're not feeling them like that. But rejecting someone under the security of a cell phone or computer screen is just plain tacky. Be respectful, especially if the person is someone you like or admire, just not in that way, okay? Unless there are special circumstances, okay? Now, all right. You always have to leave room for just in case, okay? Because everything is not concrete. And even though you think you know a person well, you never know how they might react. So you really have to be careful, okay? Next, number 7, which is the last one for this vlog, is get straight to the point. Really. Get straight to the point. Don't hum haw around, okay? Waste time. Be nice, be honest, and be quick. The sooner you get it over with, the better for both of you. No need to explain yourself until a new world's been built. And rambling on and on will make you seem unsure of yourself and will embarrass the both of you more or make them angry, okay? Short and sweet is much kinder, so be direct, be gentle, and be out of there, okay? Be direct, be gentle, and the be out. I guess that's what it's telling you to get out of there, okay? Don't tarry, don't hang around, just do what you have to do and be done with it. Now let's go to another page and see what we're going to see on this page. There might be credits or something. Let's see. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Don't procrastinate. Here's another one, number 8. Uh, it's changing on me. Don't procrastinate. Let's see here. Let me get back. So there are 8 of them. I was thinking that there were 7. Okay. Get back to don't procrastinate. It's telling you to be quick. Get out of there. Sometimes we can give subtle hints to someone, letting them know that we're just not that into them, hoping they get it. More often than not, I think people do. But then there are those who are oblivious to the fact that you're not returning their advances or responding to their flirtatious ways. In these cases, it's best to make the first move and tell them that you're not interested rather than waiting for them to get a clue. Rip off the band aid, okay? If you know up front that you're not interested, tell the person right then rather than letting time pass and allowing the other person to become attached to you. It's not fair to them, and the more you put it off, the more upset they'll be that you wasted their time leading them on. If the feelings aren't mutual, nip it in the bud immediately. If the feelings are not mutual, nip it in the bud immediately. And some people some people come up and they think if they have money, if they have a really nice car, what we call a nice car, or some special type of car, they think that you'll be interested in them for that, or they think that they'll have a chance. But let me tell you something. Don't ever get involved with a person because of their material possessions, okay? Don't ever get involved with the person because you're enticed to their wealth or their successfulness, and all of that. If you don't think that you can be emotionally attached to a person and love that person, leave the people alone. Please don't play with people's lives, okay? All right, now I'll go back and I'll get to another one of the I want to find another one. I've been on 20 minutes, about 20 minutes, but I want to find another one to go with you. I saw one, I think it had 7 ways to let someone down easy. So let me get to that. Okay. I did Madam Noor. How to let someone down easy. And how to let someone down easy. Breakup dating. And this is Metafilter. It said ask Metafilter. I don't know whether this is a question and answer thing or not, so I don't want to get into that. Let's see. I will go to belief.net and see about that. Belief.net. I'm going there to see. Letting it talks about letting a guy down easy. Let's see. Letting someone down. Okay, here we go. I'm going to city data. Okay, letting someone down gently. Gently. Okay, letting someone down gently. And this is Let's see, letting someone down gently, dating, friends, couple, friendship. Okay, city data, and it's city-data.com. You know you aren't really into the person, but you don't want to crush them. Okay? Let's hear what you have done or said to let someone down gently. A pretty common scenario, and for those in the situation, it may give an idea or two. So this might be some kind of forum. Okay, direct is best, someone said. In my experience, it doesn't crush them as much as you imagine. Just put yourself in their place and think how you would want it done. Start with the bad news. Don't mess around with a lot of preparatory language like, I really wanted to tell you something. I hope you know I don't want to hurt you, but I just don't, Don't start that stuff, okay? IMHO. Think, and whatever that is, I'm not going to try to take that. I'm not good with those things. But think it's best to say something like, I just don't think this is working out. Then briefly explain why. After that, most will not want to hang around very long. If they are the dramatic type and start crying or asking you a lot of questions or getting angry, you just say you're sorry, it didn't work out, and say you have to go. Now that's a good one. That's a really good one. Here's another one. Do I want to start with this? No, I'm going to another site. That's okay, but I don't want to get into those things. And there's this eHarmony. Okay, they're the dating people, I believe. So let's just see what they say. The Science of Love by eHarmony Labs. And this is by Dr. Irina Lee. And she's a senior research scientist. 7 ways to let a date down easy. Letting someone down can be difficult. Let me go back. You want to be clear that you're not interested. But at the same time, it is important to one, be respectful to the other person, and two, be consistent with your own personal image of yourself. For example, that you are nice or honest person. Okay? Are there ways to say no that can fulfill these goals? Can you say no without being rude? In a recent study, researchers asked participants how they would respond to an email or an online dating message asking for a date. Responses declining the date ranged from direct responses, I can't go out this weekend, to more indirect ones, I'm sure you can find someone else. Inspired by their research findings, here are 7 ways to let someone down. Direct, I can't go out with you. Explanation, I'm not ready for a relationship. Apology, I'm sorry, but. Appreciation, I'm flattered that you asked, but. Concern, I hope you don't take this too hard. Encouragement, you're a really great person. Different relationship, maybe we can be friends first, okay? Research shows that women are more likely to use statements of encouragement and appreciation, whereas men are more likely to use direct rejection messages. What other ways do you know to let someone down easy? What works for you? And then there's further reading and then our previous post, but this is from eharmony.com. Okay, I am going to, I'll see if I can find something else, but I'm going to just stay on 30 minutes today. I think, did I do that belief.net? Okay. Let me see here. How do you let someone down easy? Okay, Cupid, Reddit. Let's see about this and see if this is something that I want to relate to you. And if not, I'll just go ahead and sign off. But while I'm thinking it's pulled up now, but I just want to invite you to come out tonight to the Valentine Pentecostal Church, which is located at 1400 South Ewing Avenue. Now, last night was my night to deliver a message, and the Lord blessed last night. And there was one other speaker, one of the first ladies of one of the other churches, and the Lord, like I said, the Lord blessed through both of us. And then His power and His Spirit were with us last night. Okay, and I want to invite you tonight, 7 p.m. in Dallas, Texas, 1400 South Ewing Avenue. And the pastor of the church is Pastor Deborah Alexander, and she is aided with a husband by her side, and that is Deacon Charles Alexander. And this is sponsored by the Lighthouse Women's Ministry Association of America and hosted at the Valentine Pentecostal Church. Okay, these are comments. Let me see. Two dates. Well, this person said, I felt the connection on the first date, wasn't there on the second. Uh, the person said, I felt the connection on the first date that wasn't there on the second. But it seems like the other person digs me. I don't want to pull a fade here. I'm not sure of the best way to break ties. This person is super sweet and seems kind of fragile. It doesn't help that I reflexively, this is the word, reflexively, suggested that we get together again at the end of the second date. And here's some more comments. Hey, I've been thinking about it and I think you're a solid guy, but I'm not feeling a connection. Best of luck to you. This is somebody's suggestion. So 2 days isn't a lot. It's considerate of you not to want to fade. Be prepared for some pushback, but either delete his number or stick to your feelings in a polite way. It could be delete his or her number. But anyway, so we're going to sign off. And thank you so much for joining me today on Point of View with Shirley Polk. 214-943-9723. My email address is thepointofview1 at yahoo.com. And my website is shirleympolick.org. God bless you over and over again. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. I have to sign off like this, you know.